Good evening, everyone. My name is Marquise Trent. I am an alumni here at Strayer University, and by divine providence, I was able to come here and speak to you all today. And we have the lovely Inga here, which will be facilitating, and I thank you all for joining us today. Today, we will be discussing stress management. You all are students here, and if you have not known yet, being a student can be stressful, especially as adults, some who do have families, some who do not have family. So we're going to discuss quite a few things about identifying stress, number one, acknowledging that it is what it is, and then ways of attack so that we can all take care of our stress. I'm going to jump right into it, then I'll give you a little about myself. So our plan of action for today is to briefly identify what stress is. Then we will acknowledge that there is stress in our lives because no one is absent stress. Then we will discuss ways that we can attack stress for the betterment of our own health. Well, before we jump into that, who am I? Young man, evidently. If I cut this off, I look like a baby. I appreciate it. Even though I've been through so much stress in my own life, I was able to maintain this baby face. But truly, as a former soldier, did 9 years in the United States Army Reserve. I have done 2 tours, one in Kuwait, the second was Iraq. Stress is real. It is not a fun thing when someone else is trying to kill you, bottom line. It's just what it is. So having to find ways to safely and in a healthy manner deal with that stress on a continuous basis. I'm also a father of multiple children. My Lord. I ain't seen stress till I got married and had some children. And that's just the bottom line. I told people, and I was really trying to figure this thing out. It was less stressful when people trying to blow me out the sky and blow me off the planet than taking care of children. I marveled at this. This is real. And I talked to others, and they say the same thing. So it wasn't just me. You can be a soldier in a battlefield, and it's less stressful, ducking and dodging bullets and passing them out, than coming home chasing pampers and diapers and all this. And I'm like, man, this is just crazy. But this is the truth. Also, as a husband, the demands of another life who depends on you financially, emotionally, mentally, physically. This is the reality of life. So I know full well what stress is. Then as a graduate from this beautiful university with a bachelor's degree, I did associates, kept on running, I got my bachelor's. And I think I did pretty well on my capstone, the business capstone. The writing exam was, I got a 97 out of 100, and that really made me really proud. I think I almost cried. I was like, oh my God. But realistically, to see after all this stress, I mean assignment after assignment, ripping and running, Henrico campus, Chesterfield campus, finally to walk across that stage, it was emotional, and I don't cry easy. But to actually walk across that stage and have my family see that, it really felt good. Because at times in life, we can do a lot, but we don't complete things. I don't know about you, that has been part of my issue. Transparency is good. Y'all agree? Seriously. So to be able to finally walk across that stage as a bachelor's and be able to put that on the wall and then use it accordingly for the betterment of others, it feels good. So I came here today to give back to students and let them know you can do it. It's going to get hard. You know, the baby might get sick. The car might break. You know, bills going to be up. Other situations come about that you ain't even planned for. And you still got a paper that's due. And not all professors going to be as lenient as others. So they're like, you know, I understand, you know, it's a little unfortunate, but that paper got to be in. You had 2 weeks. And you're like, what have I gotten myself into? So, let's run through this presentation. So we see, again, plan of action, we got to identify what exactly is stress. Stress is a specific response by the body to a stimulus. Stress is a specific response by the body to a stimulus. Sometimes it's fear, sometimes it's pain. I know what both are. Bullets are real, shrapnel is real, pampers are real, you know, bills is real, car breaking down is real. All of this is real life. But we got to be able to respond. We got to be able to respond. We got to be able to get it done. You know, as I know. When the things come up, you got to make it happen. And yes, stress is pressure on your body. This is a good one. The physical pressure, pull, or other force exerted on one thing by another, or that strain. That strain. The physical pressure, if you're in an altercation, if you're in a situation, that physical pressure. Me, I enjoy going to the gym. That's good stress, because there are multiple types of stress. So those on the handout, if you do have your handouts, please, really, as you get a chance, look through them because they're beneficial. There's not all bad stress. Not all stress is bad. We have good forms of stress that is beneficial to us. You just got a raise, but now that means you have more responsibility. You just had a child. You brought a life into this world. Beautiful. But there's some stress that comes with that as well. Your business is going well. You're doing $100,000 in sales per month. Yeah, but you got to get that product out. You got to get the product out. So there is good stress as well. And stress can also be neutral. And those are some notes that you have there. This is one of my favorites right here. It's a little lengthy, but I'll read it quickly. Stress is a condition of feeling experienced when a person, this is important, perceives, perspective is absolutely everything, that demands exceed the personal and social resources individuals is able to mobilize. Let me wrap that up for you. When your people are like, look, I want you to take me to King's Dominion. I want to, after you do that, come home and change the oil in the car, and do this, fix some food, do this, do the homework, all of these different demands, but your resources is limited. Like, wait a minute. First of all, King's Dominion for some Chick-fil-A is like $12. I got 3 children, that's 36. Man, I just got in here. Parking was 20. Hold on. I got to pay the bill next week. So you're going through your resources. Then you're going through your physical resources. I'm working on 3 hours of sleep. I just drank a NOS energy drink. My wife won't time. The children won't time. I got to do my paper. So being able to say, hold on, and we're going to get to that. Just take a pause and say, how can I best allocate? And one of the best ways, as we're going to see, is priority. Have you ever felt like this?
Every day.
Oh my Lord. I mean, seriously, take it and pull. Boom, just blow it up, man. It's just crazy. This is how we can feel with technology. I'm an 80s baby, and Lord knows I remember when the internet hit, and we had old AOL dial-up, and you can't sneak. You can't sneak on the internet, because everybody going to hear you. Truly. And that's what we see here. Now you got wireless, your phones, your laptops, everything. It's crazy. Acknowledge. Sometimes you just have to acknowledge it. In fact, to be so transparent, recently I had so much stress going on in my life that I was feeling chest pains. I'd be 32 on Sunday by the grace of God. And realistically, I'm like, I'm too young for this. I'd have been shot at. I'd have almost drowned. I'd have got almost blown out of helicopters, mortar rounds, you name it. I'd have been through a lot, even in the streets. And I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. But you know what I had to do? I had to take a pause. I had to center myself. I had to grasp everything that was going on. And I said, I can do this. I was built for this. So even that self-talk, it goes a long way. People minimize the smallest things, but the smallest things carry so much weight. Truly. So just own it. It's okay to say, hey, I'm stressed right now. I am stressed. And I have to find a way to deal with this because people are depending on me. People are depending on me. I gotta finish the paper. It ain't gonna go away. Sometimes we want to do like the ostrich on the cartoon and just go bury your head in a hole and think everything will go away. It don't work like that. It really does. So sometimes you just own it. And I said, you know what? I'm actually stressed. But let me see what's causing my stress. And let me see how I can best deal with this. And I had to do that because I don't like chest pains. Not at all. Attack. Y'all know who that is. King Leonidas. You got to look at your stress and attack it as a Spartan would. Truly. Here are some coping strategies when it comes to schoolwork. I think the most I took one time was 3 classes. And I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Some people burn. It was one girl, I forgot who it was. She took like 4 or 5 classes at a time. And I'm like, evidently you ain't got no life. You just can't. You can't have one. Like, you must be a single person with nothing else to do. Because that's a lot of stress to complete all of those tasks efficiently. Anybody can throw something together. But myself, I believe in excellence. I really do. So I'm going to take my time. I be working on, it's times I sat in front of the computer probably 1 page and I'm on one page for like 2 hours. I'm on one page. But it speaks for itself if you get a 97 on 100. You dig what I'm saying? So sometimes it may take longer when you want to produce excellence. When you want, hey, this professor going to remember me 10 years from now. That's how I carry it. I want, oh, Marquise, yeah, I remember, Marquise, what? You wrote that paper. And that's how we got to look at our work. Work your plan with block scheduling. Sometimes you just got to block it out. Prioritize. What's most important? I got a 6-page paper. I got a 2-page paper. But you know the killer of everything? Procrastination. Everybody does it. Everybody. My study of successful people, everybody does it. But finding a way to do it less. Because that is the way that the mind protects itself. Because the mind is our computer. And it has to process all this information. That's where we get habits from. Your habits kick in. And you just do what you normally would do for the mind to protect itself. Procrastination can, and it is. It can be, and it is. It's a habit. So finding a way to be consciously aware when your habit is about to kick in has been one of the biggest things that's helped me. When you walk into the house and habits say, I kick my shoes off here because I don't feel like going upstairs and putting them on my bed. But you say, no, if I keep doing that, I'm going to keep on doing that. I'm going to go on and take them upstairs and put them under the bed. Do the same thing with your work. I'm going to wait till 2 days before it's due, and I'm going to do it. No, you ain't. You're going to wait till 3 hours before it's due. Then you're going to try to do it. When you had 2 weeks to do it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I got 2 weeks. Don't do that. This works also. Small chunks. Break it into small bite-sized pieces. I got a 6-page paper. All right, I got my outline. Let me do some research first. Then I'm done. Come back. Next day, let me go ahead and do bullet point 1. I ain't going to stress myself. And you know you got 8 to 12 pages, depends. You can't do 4.5 spaces, you can only do double space. So stop trying to cheat. You know what I'm saying? Look like you're reading a haiku. You got all this here and all this here and all you. They like, hold on, man. You can't do that. You can't do it. So protect your own self by working in small chunks. Take a break from technology. Oh my goodness. I've done that sometimes with the demands of my life. I would just take my phone airplane mode. I don't care who fuss. I don't care who get mad. I don't care. This is my life. And if I'm laid in the hospital, then what? Y'all still out back. Y'all back if I don't answer. Y'all back if I'm in the hospital. So just take control of your own life sometime. Just turn the computer off. Turn off Facebook. Turn off the phone. That has helped me. Watch something funny. Laughter is a medicine for the soul. We all know that. And it's good for you. You're working on your paper. You're stressed out. You might have coffee. Because sometimes some of the methods we think are good coping mechanisms add more stress to the body. Sometimes we OD on caffeine. NOS, Red Bull, 2 and 3. Some people drink a whole pot of coffee. How do you do that? Like, oh my goodness. You know, those that smoke. I smoked for the majority of my life. I haven't smoked in years now. You know, and these are ways that help my body. So we watch something funny. One of my favorites, aromatherapy. Aromatherapy is wonderful. Ladies, y'all already know, y'all do your Bath and Body Works and all that good stuff. Men, sometimes we just think we're too good to smell good. I like to smell good, you know. But aromatherapy is very good for your coping mechanisms. Some of the best ones is lavender, helps with sleep, and peppermint as well. You can either get you a candle, you can go all out a little bit, get you a diffuser with some essential oils, create that atmosphere. I did that for a while. Me and the wife and the family, we enjoyed it. You got lemon. Lemon is a good one. Anything citrusy. You got lavender is a real good one. Lang Lang. It begins with a Y though, so it looks funny. Those are very good ones that I recommend. And of course, peppermint. Drink tea. Drink tea. I enjoy tea. Tea with honey. Throw a little lemon in there. It relaxes you. When I'm banging it out, I'm like right now finishing up a book. That's like writing 25 pages. Like it's all over 200 pages right now. The amount of stress, because I'm a researcher. I have to research my content. And in doing that, it's some work. And double and cross and triple reference just to get that out. And I've had to take some breaks because I got overwhelmed. Lastly, do some exercise. Go walking, go running, jog, squat, push up, sit up, do something. Go get a YouFit membership, Gold's Gym, Planet Fitness. I had $1 sign up, $10 a month, you can't beat it. And you'll find that exercise really helps. It really does. Bang out the jump rope, old school, and you'll feel so good. Go get you a shower, then get back to your work. And you'll see how much well you produce.